Okay. Hi. So we are all set to get started tonight, Team Balance Bound call. And I want to do a few housekeeping things before we move into tonight's topic, which is going to be how to run successful 5-day challenges or successful free challenges for people. So just a few housekeeping things. Even if you are a brand new coach or haven't even started, these things still apply to you. If you are not on the Punta Cana wait list, and that is something that you want to do, and you're planning on working your business, helping 3 people a month, hitting Success Club 5, there is still a chance for you to get off that wait list. So always go ahead and get on the wait list. Also this summer, July 28th, Beachbody has their big annual one time a year coach conference called Summit. And they are sold out, but if you are a new coach, they will open some spots last minute for coaches that just signed up this month. So if you are not signed up to go to that conference, that's in Nashville, the end of July, the last weekend of July, and you're interested, that's a huge, great opportunity and place to be if you're working your business. There will probably be about, my guess is about 30,000 coaches that will be there. So get on that wait list if you're not, or talk to your upline about it if you're not sure what that is. And then also know that Team Balance Bound has a trip lined up for next summer. And now is your opportunity to work towards getting that trip, an all expense paid trip. It's called a Diamond Retreat. It's when you hit a certain rank in your business. And if you're on this call, let's see, tonight is June 12th, June 13th. So if you're listening to this call after June 13th and anytime into July and August, you still have an opportunity to, even if you're starting brand new, to qualify for that diamond trip. And I'm so excited to be offering that. I actually just got back last month from a diamond retreat that my coach brought me and 17 other coaches on, and it was a beautiful beach vacation down in Anna Maria, Florida. And I just thought that I wanted to bring some of my coaches out into the mountains of Colorado and do some hiking and whitewater rafting and things like, and maybe some hot springs and things like that. So that opportunity is there for everybody as well. I want to give some recognition to our 2 coaches that are working through training, reviving their businesses, all in, and that's Taylor and Amy. I really am so proud of you guys. It's awesome. It's so hard to get started sometimes, and the only coaches in this business, you guys, honestly, are the ones that quit. That's really the only coaches and people that are unsuccessful in this business. As long as you persevere, you stay consistent, you stick with it, it takes time to build. So I'm really proud of you guys. And I also want to give some recognition to our coach, Ashley Warwick, who is just getting started in the business and being I just love what she's presenting on social media. Facebook, for some of us in the beginning, is like, we're like nervous about it. I know for me, I wasn't huge on Facebook when I got started, and I was terrified to think of, sorry, I'm just going to put myself there. Okay. I was, sort of terrified to think about doing it on Facebook and social media. And I didn't really post much on Facebook before then. I didn't have many followers, and I thought that was going to hold me back. But I want you guys to know that it doesn't at all. And we teach you how to work on Facebook, how to grow on Facebook. All of those steps and systems are provided for you guys and including how to run successful groups and build relationships on Facebook, because it's just a platform for us in the community to stay connected. So because this is a relationship business, Facebook works really well as a catalyst for us as coaches. And I can tell you that I've come a long way on Facebook. I think in 2 years, I've grown my following on Facebook 3 times. I've built a like page. I've started running groups and events and understanding some of the algorithms and why we do the things we do. So it just takes time. So be patient with yourself. And I'm proud of Ashley for getting out there and just being herself and sharing her heart. And that's what it's all about, because ultimately we want to connect with real people, and you're going to connect with people, and more so if you're putting yourself out there and you're being uniquely you, and then the people that are like you are going to end up finding you. And at least that's our goal. So the more that you put yourself out there, which can be scary at first, the easier it's going to be for you to grow and for it to feel comfortable and for your business to grow. So awesome. Team, you guys are doing great. And grab a pen and paper if you can, so you can take notes. And I'm going to go through how to run successful 5-day groups or how to run successful free groups. Because I want you guys to know that although Team Phoenix, who is our umbrella, our big team here, we are part of Team Phoenix, and all of the systems set in place really have come from Team Phoenix, which Megan, who founded Team Phoenix, has learned in educating herself about the business and other coaches and leaders in the business. And so we have an incredible foundation and one of the top teams in the business, which is really exciting to be a part of. So we have a lot of systems in place that work. You're welcome to do and run your business in any way that you want. I did too in the beginning. There's really no wrong way to do it, but I will tell you, if you can follow some of the systems in place, it's just going to help you get there faster, because they're in place because they work. We've tried and failed and trial and error many different ways, and these are some of the successful things that have worked for us. So these are not all by all means just mine. They're from our team. We have an incredible resource. So the first thing you need to do is set a calendar for yourself and plan ahead. So, at least looking to the next 90 days, 30, 60, 90 days are great. If you can take it season by season, kind of open your calendar, know your personal calendar, and know when you can be available to others. I mean, that's first and foremost. When you're getting started in your business, you're certainly not going to schedule a free challenge or a 5-day clean eating group when you're scheduled to be on vacation halfway through it. So definitely look against your personal schedule. Secondly, consider hosting, this is, again, something that's worked for our team. Consider hosting your free challenges or your 5-day challenges the last week of the month. Because we do it the last week of the month, when you're connected with all of those people in that group, you're in conversation with them. And so it's easiest to go into the beginning and the front of your month for your next business month and the goals that you need to make in your business. You've got conversations going with all of these people at the end of the month, leading into the month to set you up for success and hitting your goals and helping people in the first half of your month. That is going to be like the ultimate system if you want to be really successful growing, because then you can spend the second half of your month growing your business, training, leading your team, and things like that. And you can spend the first half of the month focused on hitting your personal business goals, whatever they might be. If you're trying to work the business and you're trying to grow and serve others, we say that our minimum goal is serving 3 people a month. So if you can help 3 people in the beginning of the month, that's great. It takes that stress off of trying to hit that goal last minute, which we've all been there. That would also be considered Success Club 5. When we're talking business terms, it's Success Club 5. Otherwise, it's serving and helping 3 people to live a healthy lifestyle through fitness, nutrition, of Shakeology, things like that. So now that you've got your calendar and you've got your free group set up, if you are like, I don't even know where to get started, I've never done this before, you can contact your upline. You can also contact me. I have an incredible Google folder that was passed down to me with, I believe, had a menu for me to use and some sample posts and daily posting. And then I grew that into, literally from all of our team of recipes, I could give you a meal plan to host for every single month of the year. We have over 12 menus in there. A few of them I've created myself. Some of our other teammates are creating them as well. They're all there for you guys to use. And along with that, there's a whole spreadsheet for you of daily postings, sample postings. You can certainly turn that into your own flavor, but everything is literally copy paste there for you guys to use. So if you don't know where to start, that's a great place to start. The second thought is do something that connects with you. If the 5-day clean eating groups aren't connecting with you, or they're getting stale, or you just want to switch it up, do something that's like authentically you, that that you think people might need as well. So like, every once in a while I need to get my water in check. So we just did a water challenge, a free 5-day water challenge. I have a complete posting and folder that I can share with you if you ever want to do that challenge. Last summer, I did a 30-day plank challenge. It was something that I personally wanted to do. I saw that you could go from like a 30-second plank to a 5-minute plank in 30 days, and I thought there's no way I could ever do a 5-minute plank. I want to try it. Let's try it. So I just posted it and was like, hey, I'm going to do this. Anybody want to do it with me? And it was like incredibly successful. And you guys, that's what works for me. Like, that's why I host these groups, because it keeps me on track. I need the community. I have tried and failed so many times before. That's what I love about Beachbody and what we do is it's the community that we have and the accountability that makes it successful. So that's great. If there's something you want to do, for example, I wanted to get to 3 pull-ups. So I was going to do, I think it was 10 pull-ups a day for 30 days. And I got people to join me for that. Right now, I was challenged by a good girlfriend of mine, and I wanted to do it actually as soon as I heard about it, was the 20 push-ups every day, or 22 push-ups every day for 22 days in remembrance of our vets who are serving our country and coming home. And tragically, 22 of them are taking their own life every single day. And it's like, what a great way to put something physical in our body and serve others and try and bring awareness to something. Like, for me, that totally connects with me. So I was like, great, I'm going to do this. And instead of me doing it like everybody else, where I post every day and tag one person to join me, I thought I'm going to try and get 22 people right off the bat. And it worked, and it was successful. And so now I've got 22 people doing it, and 22 people spreading the word and trying to tag other people. And so, find something that works and connects with you in your heart. And I have found in those few times where I've done that myself, that I've actually connected with more people and more like-minded people. And that's key, because I've been doing 5-day clean eating challenges every month for a year and a half, and I'll continue to do it because they are successful. But my heart isn't connected as much with those challenges. Yes, I am connected with the people, and I believe and know how effective they are, and that's ultimately what I want, is people to hit their goals. But for me, I'm more fitness. I'm more physical. You can do a 5-day booty challenge. Just think outside the box and find something that's you. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to set up an event. It's important. If you have a like page, do it from the like page. If you do not, that's totally okay, but you're going to create an event. I encourage you to create that event like 2 weeks out. Sunday, Mondays are always great days to create them. Create them on Sunday, Monday. Do not mass invite to those events. The key is in personal messaging. Do not mass invite. The only times I invite off the gate without sending a personal message is when somebody has already told me, I can't do it this month. Please put me on your list to do it next month. And so I have a little Post-it note on my computer that I always add to people's names every single day. If somebody says, I can't do it this month, hit me up next month, because they mean it and they want to do it. But if they're anything like me, they're not, unless somebody follows up with them or holds them accountable. So I write their name down, and then I'll invite them to that event. But I will also follow up with a personal message. And I will also personally message everybody as well. If you're ever getting stuck with personal messages or sample messages to send people, we have sample conversations for you. So just talk to your upline. We have lots of, they're called invite scripts, because it's scary when you get started and it feels weird and you're like, it can feel uncomfortable if it's not like organic in you or you've never done something like this. But I always tell my coaches, if you just follow your heart and it feels good in your heart to do it, then you'll be okay. If you're ever questioning it, then hold off and think about how you want to reach out to that person. Then you are going to, create a couple different posts about that event. Whatever that means to you. You can, again, follow your upline coach's ideas. Any post of clean food or anything that makes sense. You can create your own images on things like Canva or PicMonkey, Word Swag, Rana Designs. And if you need to learn anything about that, you can go back to a Getting Started Right call. It's in our team page, and there's links to those calls, and we walk you through the process of how to create all those images. And you'll put a post up on your Facebook page, on your personal page and your like page leading up. Every 3 days is a great time to do it. I love early in the week when people are ready to to eat clean because they've had a rough weekend. Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays are great times to put your posts up. And then always follow up with personal messages. Always have a call to action in those. So don't just have a post without a call to action. Have that call to action that says, comment below, I'm in, if you want to join. That's the simplest one you can do, but you need to make sure that there's a call to action for them to do something so that they know, they want to do it. And then you can follow up with them with a personal message. At which point you're going to, just confirm that they're interested in joining. And then our team, we have a Google form that we send out to them where that basically just asks them a few questions. It really shows that they're committed. When they fill out that Google form that says, okay, they've taken that next step, they're committed to the group. Awesome. And that's just going to give you some information, their email, their name, and their goals ultimately, because that's where you need to start, is you want to start talking about what their goals are and how you can best help them and guide them through whatever challenge that you're offering. If you don't know how to do a Google form, there is a call on that as well. So go back to the Get Starting Right call. I want to say it's the call number 3, where it's like getting organized and setting up systems. So we teach you how to do that. So now as you've opened your group and you know that you've got a sample post, you've got all the posts, so you didn't even have to create that. Everything's there for you. What you really want to do is just build the relationships with the people. Respond to them on their goals. You will, you want to check in with them, I would say 2 to 3 times throughout the challenge. I am most successful when I'm not just running a challenge that's scheduled to post. And if you need to understand how scheduling and posting works with Hootsuite or Buffer or Post My Party, which are great tools that we use to run our business when we don't have a lot of time, there's a call on that as well with our Getting Started Right call. So you can go back to that call and we teach you how to use those scheduling posts, because without that, I mean, it wouldn't be possible. But we really do believe you can start working this business with just an hour a day and then working it as 2 hours a day. And you've got systems in place and schedulers to help you do it, which is amazing. And I also encourage, now that you've got the 5-day group running, that you check in not only with a personal message via Facebook, and I love the voice message. That works for me. I want them to hear my voice. I want them to know that I authentically care about their goals. Another great way of that point of contact is adding personal video into your challenges, which sometimes can be scary for some of us, but I think just being able to connect with them more personally through video, you're going to build the relationship faster than just posting in the group. So find unique ways to check in with them. Share progress photos of yourself, selfies of you doing it and participating along with them, and really encouraging them to motivate and inspire and post as well. I know for me that when I will never forget my first challenge with my coach when she got me started, and I was doing PIO, and I was so excited to do that program. But more, I was like excited to check in every day. I was excited to show that I did my workout and show that I did my Shakeology. And I think that helps lead you up for success, especially when you have to check in and somebody's watching you. And that's just what helped me reach my goals. So I encourage people to take their before and after photos, take their weight, take their measurements. That shows the commitment. They want to see their growth throughout the week. Encourage them to post what they're cooking and share their tips and share their struggles. And because ultimately it's an emotional journey. So the more we can invest in not just the workout and just the Shakeology, although those are key, it's being interactive in the group. And honestly, that's where, the people that do connect with that lifestyle like I did, those are the ones that we want to end up inviting to join us, because ultimately our goal is to reach more people and to help more people that are just struggling in their life with maybe not being happy and not being healthy, and they've tried so many different diets. Like, I truly believe this community is a way, has worked for people. And I've had several people that have come to me, some of our own coaches that are successful right now in the healthy lifestyle that have tried so many other things before. But checking in every day and having a coach that's there for them and having a team that's doing the same thing that they are is what is the key to the success. So the more we can involve them, and which is great, because then those are the ones, like I said, that become our leaders, and then we can grow our team and help even more people, which is just a beautiful thing. So yeah, and I think, well, that I went over that. Okay, so some of the other things I like to do, if you want to like freshen up a challenge that you've done for a while, create some mini challenges in there. And again, it's for more interaction. Create a mini challenge of like, post your water bottle today and your name gets entered into the prize drawing. Or there's a funny one we have where it's like, okay, show me like doing a push-up in the craziest location. Take a picture of you doing a push-up in the craziest location today, and your name gets put in the prize drawing, or you'll win a Shakeology Shaker Cup. So it's always great to get more interaction in the groups, more fun participation, just making it fun and enjoyable and silly, and then giving prizes away, which is great. Who doesn't want to get a prize, And it's funny though, a lot of times, I will tell you, a lot of times it's the challengers that are the prize winners that come back and do more challenges that are like loving this whole community and fitness. And those are the ones that end up like becoming coaches. It's really like a high percentage. Or even the ones that are prize winners that get a free prize at the end of my free group, they end up joining the 21-day challenge. I don't know if it's something they feel like they're just getting something more and they feel they're ready to invest. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's just coincidence in my business, but the percentage of that has been really effective. So I encourage you to have prizes, have mini challenges. Something else that's successful is that I will post, and you'll see it in my sample of scheduled posts, but I usually wait till about Wednesday night to post about Shakeology, because a lot of people don't know what it is, but they've been seeing it on day 1, day 2, day 3 menu type of thing. So then it's an appropriate time to talk about it. So that feels comfortable for me. I usually present my longer challenges on Thursday, because by day 3 or 4, they're starting to feel the effects of how healthy feels to them. They're feeling successful, and perhaps it's a great time for them to feel like this is a good time for them to commit to something longer. But I will tell you, it's most successful when I'm also messaging those people personally. And that way, when that post then comes up later in the week, we've already been talking about it. So they're more apt to comment to that. Another one I do is, would you like to join my next 5-day challenge next month? Just comment here. So I've got that post in there, because then that already sets me up for success to have my list ready to go for next month, clean eating challenge, because I've already asked them. So before, that challenge is ever done, I already have like a dozen names for my next month, which is great, because we all know everything is in the follow-up. As well as everything's going to be in your tracking of those people. I know that in the first year of my business, I lost a lot of people because I did not have the best system in tracking. And honestly, I feel bad, because I've reached out to them a year later and been like, oh my gosh, I'm so, it's been 8 months. How are you doing? And I wish that I could follow up with them every other month. Because even a lot of times when people say, no, they're not interested, it's just not the right time for them. And a lot of people come around in like the 3rd or 4th time I invite them. So never feel like, you can always, make it comfortable and say, hey, I don't want to bother you. But you did say you wanted to do this challenge last month or the month before, and I know you've been crazy. Like, just let them know that you're there for them, because that's ultimately, I think, is the support that we all need. So feel comfortable to follow up. But like I said, it's going to be in that tracking. And some of the things that I'm starting a new system, learning a new system, not starting. It's been created actually by another Beachbody coach. It's called Streak via Gmail. And I'm just getting everything imported over there, because I think it's going to really help me organize my business with follow-ups, to the point where you can have a list of who was interested in the 5-day free group, but never never got back to you after that, even though you followed up with them. They were interested, but then you never heard from them. To the 5 days that sign up for it, fill out the Google form, and then never check in day one, so you have to remove them from the group and you never hear from them. To the 5-day challengers that finish the challenge, those are 3 different types of people on 3 different steps in their journey and process in when they're ready to make that change. So I think it's important to, like, the more organized you are to track and follow up, the more successful you're going to be. That is all that I can think of right now. So I'm going to open it up to any of you guys that are on the call for any questions that you have, because we have a little bit more time. About 5-day, anything either that I covered and you have questions about, or other things that have come up for you that you have questions about.
I knew I should have written it down because now I can't remember. But when you do something other than the clean eating groups, how do you go about scheduling that? I don't know. I guess I've gotten so used to having a template and just kind of playing off of that. Have you kind of figured out a system or a way to work that to make it more comfortable or easier to transition from a clean eating group to doing like a plank challenge or the hydration like you and Amy did last week or last month?
Yeah. So yes and no. Because you're reminding me of a challenge that sometimes I come up with these ideas last minute. Usually they are. So no, I don't have them all templated out and scheduled out. Sometimes I just have to give more of my time and into the start of that. Like I'm thinking I did 12 days of Fitness, 12 days leading up to Christmas last year. And I made that really complicated for myself because I wanted to do a new live video every single day. But that was because that was a goal of mine. I needed to push myself to do more video. So that was my way of doing it and getting it done. So that was great, but it was stressful because it wasn't template out, But there is a water challenge that is templated out. There is, I think, a plank challenge now that I have a template for. Mostly for me in those new challenges where you're like, okay, I'm just going to go for it. Let's see who wants to do this next week. And you don't have time to plan and schedule. My tips would be to, well, first you just have to create a cover photo because you need that for your event and your group. Either way, you don't have to take too much time on it, but you do need that to open a group because you want the group to be private, I assume, or some sort thereof. So what I do is I do pre-schedule in Hootsuite my check-ins so that is like done. And I just, you can copy and paste. I've got a 21-day template, 30-day, I have 10-day, you can do that pretty easily. And just pre-schedule all of your check-ins. That's number one. And then I will most likely, if it's just let's say it's a 5-day group, I'm going to like Google information, like Google Plank, Google motivation, Google inspiration, take my top 5 inspiration. If I don't want to even think too hard, just take them from another group that I have. And I'll schedule as a morning motivation so that at least every day, if life happens and I'm not available and I can't get my stuff together or whatever, I've got work, I've got kids, I got whatever, I've got a morning motivation going up to start people's day off right. I've got a nightly check-in. And then do the best you can in between there to check in with video and add your own, at whatever time you can post in that day. But really, it's the morning motivation and inspiration. They know what their goal is to do every day, and then you've got your check-in at night. That's the simplest way to do it. And then that made me think of something that I'm doing right now, which is the 22 push-ups challenge. I decided this time, and I'm trying to remember exactly why. I decided this time to not open a different group. And I think it's because Carrie's on the call. She's still there. We've got so much going on right now. If you're a coach on Team Balance Bound, you've got our team page. Then you've got our 21-day group that just started. We just finished a 5-day group, and we're now doing 22 push-ups, and it's like, oh my gosh, we're all over the place. So what I did is I invited everybody in to the Team Balance Bound support and accountability group. So for a few reasons. One, because there's already a morning motivation scheduled. There's already a nightly check-in scheduled. And I thought, I'm actually surprised there's not more, but I thought more of the people that were in Team Balance Bound Support and Accountability Group would want to join that challenge, and they wouldn't have to go anywhere or pay anything or anything like that. So I wanted to be able to provide that service to those people in that group that have maybe been in that group for a while, maybe haven't tried a new fitness program, maybe have dropped off a little bit, but they're still in our team page, to revive them. And then also to bring new people in. And the reason why I did that for this challenge is because it's a physical challenge of push-ups. So it's somebody that, feels like they can or want to get better at push-ups. And it's somebody that has a serving heart, because it's bringing awareness to a really good cause. And to me, those are the people that I want to connect with. So I invited them right into our group. Now it's not like a private group as much as my 21-day challenges. I would never do that. That's just for my committed, diehard Beachbody Fitness Challenge Pack Shakeology drinking people, that I give all of my dedication and time into that 21-day group, and support. I would never bring them into a private group, because those private groups are a safe place, and I want them to remain a safe place. And I'm inviting somewhat strangers into that team page right now. So I'll let you know how it goes, but so far, so good. So far, so good. So if I don't see a check-in from somebody that I invited in 5 days, I'll remove them from the group, because typically I only bring people in there that have signed up for me under a free account at minimum, or have made a purchase. And it's just an ongoing support group. Mm-hmm. Carrie, I won't put you on the spot, but if you're there and you have a question, you're welcome to ask it.
All right, I'm off the mute. I didn't think about a question, but.
Yeah. No worries. I just thought I would give you an opportunity to ask the questions.
Maybe not a question, but just a statement that whenever I have had a question, you come back like, if it's not instantaneously, it's within hours. And that I have done Jenny Craig twice. I've done Weight Watchers 3 times in my lifetime. I've done South Beach twice. And I do I'll go within 20 pounds, up and down, up and down. And this is the only time that I have ever had somebody that actually A, cared, and B, was there for me to say, hey, why don't you do this? Hey, why don't you do this? And it keeps your brain busy enough to say, keep trying, keep moving, go look at tomorrow, or whatever it is. So all the stuff you're telling your coaches right now and telling me as a coach and learning and stuff, all the stuff you're saying is resonating in my brain, saying that's why I keep going. It works.
Oh, Carrie, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Oh, you have no idea. You just, thank you. That I'm so happy for you, of course, that you found something, and that means the world to me. And my heart. It's why we do what we do. It's the community and the friendships and the serving others and the living the healthy lifestyle that has made me the happiest person I have ever been, despite the life experiences that I'm going through, even presently at the moment.
But, even sharing the snippets of those life things, we all have those life things, and some of us are closer to those life things than others, but that makes it, because it's more of a team and getting through a struggle than it is just the weight loss.
Yeah.
So it helps.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, great. Well, I'm so glad you were able to make the call. Taylor, always good to see you. You're so consistent with making team calls that it's going to go a long way for you. So keep with it. All right. If that's all we have, I'm going to go ahead and close it up, you guys. That was a great call. Really appreciate it. And I will keep you posted on the next week call, because Taylor, you're right. We got off of our schedule somehow. I don't know if it was the Memorial Day holiday, and then I'm not sure what happened, because girl, life happened. I don't even know where it was. So I'm going to try and look at the schedule and see if we want to start back on next week, which is the 3rd, because we usually do the 1st and 3rd, opposite of new coach calls for Team Phoenix, which are the 2nd and 4th Monday of every month. So there's new coach calls, Team Phoenix, 2nd and 4th Monday of every month, and then Team Balance Bound 1st and 3rd. So let me check back in, because I think we did get back on their schedule. So probably we'll do our team call the 20th next week. So, all right. Have a great night, you guys. Bye.
Bye, thanks.